Get out your cereal, milk, and bowl. It's time for an episode on cereal mascots and the drugs they are probably addicted to. Hello everyone, and today, this happened.
Hey there, Fox. How you doing?
I have a confession to make to you all. I do not like cereal. I know, a lot of you have made this part of your morning routine. But when I was a kid, I was told that cereal was just pencil shavings. And ever since then, it's just kind of grossed me out. But I might have been justified in not liking cereal because there are a lot of rumors going around that cereal mascots are taking some illegal drugs. So this episode, I am going to play doctor and find out what drugs your cereal mascots are taking. I should also warn you that on this episode, I am going to be talking about drugs. And if you are sensitive to that, please do not watch. But either than that, let's begin the diagnosis. Unlike most of these on this list, Sonny the Cuckoo Bird is pretty obvious. He's snorting cocaine. I mean, Cocoa Puffs are, after all, a slang term for cocaine, and besides, he's suffering from all the symptoms. He has wide eyes, which show alertness, he's suffering from hallucinations, can't tell the difference between reality and fantasy, his frantic episodes, and of course there's just his whole attitude. I just can't get enough. So, Sonny, I hate to tell you this, but I think you've flown over the cuckoo nest one too often. And I think it's time to go cuckoo for Jesus. Cuckoo for Jesus, Sonny. Cuckoo for Jesus. For most of these characters on this list, I don't have any proof that they are doing the drugs that I say they are doing. But in the case of Fred Flintstone and Barney Rubble, I do have video evidence of them smoking cigarettes.
They sure work hard, don't they, Barney?
Yeah? I hate to see them work so hard.
Yeah, me too. Let's go around back where we can't see them.
Gee, we ought to do something, Fred.
Okay? How's about taking a nap?
Hey, I got a better idea. Let's take a Winston break.
That's it! Winston is the one filter cigarette that delivers flavor 20 times a pack. Winston's got that filter blend.
Yeah, Fred.
Now, in their defense, in prehistoric times, smoking was not considered bad for you. But it does make a lot of sense, doesn't it? I mean, it explains why Fred and Barney are so fat and lazy. And, I mean, clearly this has become a bad habit. They're just doing it to do it just now. Even just because their wives are working, they're just going to smoke a cigarette. But Fred and Barney, I do have something to say to you. I know that you all are about yabba yabba doo. I've heard it a million times from Fred. But just this once, for cigarettes, Fred Flintstone, I think it's time to say yabba dabba don't. I have only a hint of evidence about this next one, but I think that the Rice Krispie Elves are making crystal meth. I don't know, I mean, you always see them around this big pod and they're stirring, and Snap, Crackle, and Pop, I mean, that sounds like something you'd hear in a meth lab. I mean, I don't know what sound crystal meth makes, thank God, but I would suspect it'd be like that, Snap, Crackle, and Poppin'. Also, look at them. I mean, they're pale, white, thin, they've got to be doing some kind of drug, right? So, I mean, if I am willing to say that Sonny the Cuckoo Bird's doing cocaine, and that Fred Flintstone's smoking cigarettes, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Snap, Crackle, and Pot are making crystal meth.
Another super golden crisp, it's got the crunch with punch, yeah.
Ah, Sugar Bear. Much like that hip-hop frog, you've been making cereal cool since the 1940s. But, just taking one look at you, it's pretty obvious what you're addicted to. That's right, Sugar Bear's a dopehead. I mean, he is just way too calm, even in situations where clearly his life is threatened. I mean, he's getting attacked by crocodiles and vultures. I mean, I know that he's a bear and he's the top of his food chain, but he's still too cool. He's just too cool. Okay, so maybe I'm reading too much into it. But at the same time, I've been reading way too much into all of this episode. So, I don't feel too bad in saying that Sugar Bear's probably doing a joint. I love you though, Sugar Bear. I love you.
I can't get enough of Super Golden Crisp. It's got the crunch with punch.
Yeah.
Tony the Tiger has been around since 1952, and there is no doubt in my mind that he is doing steroids. Now I know what you all are saying, Seth, just because he likes sports doesn't mean that he's doing steroids. Well, as a matter of fact, it's not just because he's doing sports that I think he's on steroids. I mean, just look at those arms. Those are way bigger than those of the average tiger. I mean, even a really muscular tiger would not be that big. And you're telling me that he got that fit from eating Frosted Flakes? I don't care what they say in the ads. Frosted Flakes are a sugary way to diabetes. But anyways, Tony, with all this evidence weighing in on you that you're using steroids, I mean, what do you have to say for yourself? You know what? Actually, I think we all know what he has to say. You cereal mascots and your fancy smancy drugs like cocaine and marijuana and crystal meth. Why can't you just do normal drugs like the rest of us? Why can't you just drink alcohol? Injecting yourself in all sorts of weird places and don't know what the matter with you is. Oh, and as always, think big, think differently.